Grammar Lesson 3.3, ER and IR verb endings. Before we get started, I want to quickly review what it means to conjugate a verb. When we conjugate, you take the ending off of the infinitive form of the verb, leaving just the stem behind, and then you add a new ending, which is determined by your subject. Let's look at the AR verb cantar for an example. Right now, cantar is in the infinitive form. It has an AR ending and there's no subject specifying who it is that's singing. If we wanted to put a subject with this verb, then we would have to conjugate and change the ending. So you would do so by taking the AR off and adding whichever ending matches your subject. Let's say your subject is nosotros. Then you would substitute the AR for amos, so you would get nosotros cantamos, we sing. If your subject was yo, you would take the AR off and replace it with an O, canto, I sing. Next, we're going to talk about the ER verb endings. This chart should look familiar to you. I've listed the various subject pronouns, yo, tú, él, ella, usted, on the singular side, and then nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, and ustedes on the plural side. As you can see, there are only going to be 6 different verb endings. Just like with AR verbs, the él, ella, and usted forms will look the same, as well as the ellos, ellas, and ustedes forms, which will also look the same. When you have an ER verb conjugated in the yo form, your ending is going to be o. In the tú form, your ending will be es, spelled es. In the él, ella, and usted forms, the ending is e, spelled with just the letter e. The nosotros ending will be hemos. Vosotros ending will be es. Make sure you have an accent over the e and then an is. And the ellos, ellas, ustedes forms of the verb will end in en. The IR verb endings are very similar to the ER verb endings. In fact, 4 of the 6 are identical to the ER verb endings. So you'll notice that all of the singular forms will be the same as they were with ER verbs. And on the plural side, the nosotros and vosotros are going to be a little different, but the ellos, ellas, and ustedes forms will look just like the conjugations for ER verbs. If you want to say that we are doing something and the verb that we're doing is an IR verb, your ending would be imos. If you want to say that you are doing something and the you that you're talking to is a group of people and you're in Spain, then you would use the ending is, accented is. We're going to look at a couple of examples of conjugated verbs. Correr, which is an ER verb, and escribir, which is an IR verb, are regular pattern verbs that will show you what the endings would look like with the stem of the verb also. So if I wanted to say I run, I would say yo corro. Tú corres, you run. Él corre, he runs. Ella corre, she runs. Usted corre, you run, when the you that I'm talking to is unfamiliar or formal. Nosotros corremos, we run. Vosotros corres, y'all run, or you run when you is a group of people in Spain. Ellos corren, they run when they are a group of males. Ellas corren, they run when they are a group of females. Ustedes corren, you guys run, or you just speaking to a group of people. The IR verb endings will be shown on the right, using the verb escribir for to write. Yo escribo, tú escribes, él escribe, ella escribe, usted escribe, nosotros escribimos, vosotros escribís, ellos escriben, ellas escriben, ustedes escriben. Hopefully these examples help you get a general idea of the ER and IR verb conjugations. We'll be doing several more examples and lots of practice in class to help you get used to using them.